Hello, and welcome to the West Gloucestershire Railway. More than just a railway, a way of life. This short series of documentaries will aim to show visitors and volunteers what occurs behind the scenes at a busy, popular heritage railway, whilst also discussing the history, current affairs, and future plans of the railway. This first video will use rare archive footage to explore the railway's history during preservation, the current line, and what plans are in place for the future. The West Gloucestershire Railway Preservation Society was founded in 1968 to save and operate as much as possible as the old branch. By 1970 all traffic beyond Brearley had ceased and Brearley was only kept open to serve a small colliery that eventually closed in 1974. The West Gloucestershire Railway Society managed to purchase Townsgate Station from BR relatively cheaply, and fortunately the station was relatively intact. As shown in this rare archive footage, the first few years of operations saw 9736, the railway's only operational steam locomotive at the time, and a couple of brake vans running along a quarter of a mile of track, providing rides. The station is evidently full of stock and locomotives awaiting restoration, much of which can be seen in operation today on the railway. The station was, although looks may say otherwise, relatively run down. With the water crane out of action, a hose had to be used and the majority of the station site was in a general state of disrepair. Something that is the complete opposite of today's Townsgate Station. Small repairs were undertaken, but in 1975 Brearley was loaned from BR. The society moved its operations to here, with the now operational 5513 seen on a small, topped and tailed 3-coach passenger run. A newly purchased Class 14 locomotive out of industrial redundancies provides a tail in this case. Over the following 15 years work continued to restore Brearley and 4 miles of track. In 2000 the railway was in a good position with a temporary runaround and station 2 miles short of the nearly forgotten Townsgate. With no intermediate stations ever having existed between Townsgate and Brearley, it was an important factor to push for the extension, and finally, in 2006, Townsgate was reopened to the public. Over the last 8 years, intensive work has seen both Townsgate and Brearley restored to great visitor attractions alongside the railway's continued growth, now providing visitor facilities that rival any tourist facility in the local area. Currently, as a visitor to the railway, you can take the 6¼ mile ride between the busy terminus of Brearley, where our main running sheds and restoration works are located, to the picturesque tranquil village of Townsgate. With gala events, regular running and superbly restored locomotives in stock, why not enjoy a visit sooner rather than later? But for now at least, sit back and enjoy the sights of these majestic locomotives at work along the railway during the many services which can be visited throughout the year. As for the future of the railway, well, there's two options really. First, an extension of about 3 miles to Tedborough from Townsgate. Although the majority of the land for this extension and the station site is now secured and in railway ownership, a lot of work to remove overgrown, rebuild the line, there's also a couple of bridges there, and the station is all still required. This will evidently cost a substantial amount of money and take a lot of time, but this is hoped to be a 5 to 10 year plan at the most. with the dedication and hard work of volunteers, maybe even less. The other plan which is in consideration is to extend 2.5 miles to the small halt next to Orchard Racecourse. This could provide a financial gain from racecourse trains, but no land is currently in West Gloucestershire Railway ownership. The original route of the line is reasonably clear and would be quick to reinstall. It is planned that, with sufficient funding, this could be a 5-year plan, with the Tedborough extension being a 10-year plan, to make sure that Tedborough and the associated track work there can be used on a day-to-day basis, and also have all the facilities that you have come to expect from a railway such as the West Gloucestershire. But for now, we'll leave you until next time to watch the trains pass by. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more. But for now, why not enjoy a visit down to the West Gloucestershire Railway next time you're in the area. Thank you for watching.